good day. How are you lovely human being feeling at this moment? My name is Phylicia Joy Kloes, and in today's video I want to wish you a happy new year. Happy 2024. I hope 2024 will bring you love and joy and health and anything that you're manifesting. I'm going to look back on 2023. I'm also going to respond to some reflection questions. I'm gonna look back at my goals for 2023 as well as look forward to see what goals I set or what I'm manifesting for 2024. If you want to chat about New Year's resolutions or how I'm saying it, what you're manifesting, please leave a comment below of what you would like to manifest for this upcoming year, 2024, and we can start a conversation there. So without further ado, let's look back at 2023. January 2023 started off with my friends. We spent New Year's Eve together, we made lovely drinks, lovely foods, and we enjoyed the fireworks from my friend's apartment. The next day we actually went to the beach and we did a New Year's dive, which was really refreshing. I also started to learn French more actively. I visited a party called Winterpain with my friend Kelly. That was a fun time. Fun fact, Winterpain actually costs a carrot, as pain is another word for carrot in Dutch. So that was cool. It was this whole like silent disco kind of vibe, and there were a lot of different stages or spots where you could listen to different music. Another party that I went to in January was Piña with my friends. That was also a fun party. We had a blast together. What I started in January more is be more active with my runs. I have been using an app called Runtastic, however it's been taken over by another brand. I enjoy running with that app because it tracks it and it's fun to just see how much you ran. So in February of 2023, I had to renew my license, my driver's license, which is crazy. That means I've had it for 10 years. I felt like such an adult realizing that I had to renew it. I also went on different fun activities with friends, for example, a lunch date with my friend Kelly for her birthday, as well as my other friend Sharon turned 30 last year. So she had a really fun themed birthday party. Then March comes around, and what I like to do in March is to join the feminist march. So we did that, we made a sign, we walked, which was beautiful as always. It's such a good vibe to be with people that are like-minded. In March I also started another educational course. I started my Montessori course. My partner and I also went to another Piña party in March, which was fun. In April, we again had a lot of get-togethers with friends where we ate food together. I have this one friend group where we usually make different foods and then we eat it. For the first time I was fasting during the Ramadan at work while I was working. In previous years I have done fasting for one day, but then it was outside of work or not at work with kids, but just with the coworkers because we had a study day, for example. But last year was the first day where I was fasting and the kids were there and I was teaching, and that was a beautiful experience because it just humbles you in a way that I didn't think was ever possible when I just started doing it 3 years ago. And I only did it for one day, and that same day we had an iftar at work where we broke the fasting together, and it's such a beautiful experience to do with your lovely coworkers that you feel close to. I also went to a comedian, Andries Toeru, which was a gift from my friend, and he was hilarious. He is so funny. I'm actually going again this year. On King's Day, my grandmother, brother, and I left to go to the US. My grandmother has been a fan of Elvis all her life, and my grandmother was talking to my brother and I, and we were saying, let's go to Memphis. So my brother and I looked into it, my brother a little bit more than me, to be honest. And we decided to also combine it with Nashville. So in April, we actually took off to go to Nashville. We spent the rest of April there, and then the very last day of April we drove to Memphis. A vlog will be coming about that. Not sure when yet. I have to edit it. I have to look at the content I have. I don't have everything I originally had due to my phone being stolen this year too. I'm laughing, it's not funny, but it has taught me to let go. As long as my health is there and my awareness has been raised, you know, it happened. It happened. It's dumb, but it happened. So yeah, we went to Nashville and Memphis, and then May comes around. We're still in Memphis. We're having a blast. We celebrate another birthday once we come back to the Netherlands of my friend Jay. We also start looking more into buying a house in the Netherlands, my partner and I, because we are ready for the next step. So we've been researching starting in May to see what is possible, what we can do, financial advice, location-wise, wishes, etc. Another friend of mine turned 30, Nikki. And what I also started doing more in May is I started to learn Wolof, the language that my partner speaks, which is one of the 5 languages besides English that people speak in the Gambia, that I want to make my own. So I started practicing Wolof a little bit more. In June, we actually had our first sightseeing at a house property. It did not end up happening, as you can tell, because it's still the same apartment that I've been having. My partner and I celebrated our birthdays, and also on the 18th we celebrated that we are engaged for a year. Nothing specifically has been planned for the wedding yet, but time will tell. Also, during that time of year, like, work starts having these summer parties, and I have not been mentioning work a lot, I notice. A lot happens at work, especially since I work full-time. Then July comes around. I finished my Montessori education, which is really lovely because it's great to have that lifted off of my shoulders. I got a diploma from that, so that's really cool. We closed the school year by having a picnic with coworkers. Some coworkers were actually leaving us. We celebrated my mom's birthday, and then I went to the Gambia for the very first time, which is so exciting. The Gambia is beautiful. In July, our 18-year-old cat started to have visits at the vet more often. We spent time with family because of birthdays or ate together with my friends. We went to the fair. I went to a festival called Reggae Lake in Amsterdam. We went to a museum. We went to another festival called Outdoor Stereo. September comes around, start of the new school year. I also started an online festival about finding your inner light. It was a beautiful experience. A lot of speakers came during, I believe, the 10-day period that the festival lasted digitally. It was Gimli's birthday. She actually turned 18 in September. I also started to follow a new educational path through work, which focuses on the behavior of young children. I also visited with my friends, Jay and Nikki, the Sugar Babes in Paradiso in Amsterdam, which was so cool. One of the things that my coworkers and I like to do at the beginning of the school year is visit a children's bookstore in Haarlem. We visited there and we picked out some books. In September, I also started to get more into arts and crafts. This kind of continues in October, and I feel like in October I start my spiritual development a little bit more. I feel like I want to dedicate another video to that. We were celebrating that Alkmaar was freed from the Spanish takeover during Alkmaar's ontzet. We got a new car, which is crazy. I've never had a car before until now, and it's such a difference to get to work. We were eating together with family for milestones, for working in the work field for a while. Another milestone of my friend who has her house on her own name now. During fall break, we went on a biking vacation. That video is already up in case you're interested and you have not watched it yet. I also learned to be more appreciative of the smaller moments, and this has a lot to do with Gimli because her health was really decreasing, where before July she was a lot more playful, she started sleeping more, be less playful, and well, as we figured out later on, she did have a tumor and that grew until she couldn't anymore, which is really sad. I'm gonna dedicate another video to her because I feel like Gimli has taught me to have a beautiful bond with animals and to grow together. November comes around, I again hang out with great people, like for example my coworker Zeynep. I eat together with friends again, with Isa Share. I visited my first political cafe hosted by the Partij van de Dieren, the Party of the Animals, which is a party that I am feeling connected to. I was kind of feeling like, these people are in my political bubble. That was kind of nice. November was also the time to vote. We went to a birthday party of my uncle. I started tutoring. Then December rolls around. In December I started to feel more interest for starting things on YouTube, as you can tell. Last year I closed with 2 videos, which I hadn't posted in 8 months, I think. And to be honest, I think I kind of got inspired to start vlogging or capturing again because of Chelsea. I'll leave a link below to her channel. Her content is so chill, so nice. She gives such good vibes. I was watching, or I am watching, a lot of other different content creators, but her content made it really relatable and think, oh yeah, I could combine it with 5 days a week of work. So let's see how that's gonna go in this year. My goal is to post every week, but let's see what's reasonable. I went to another birthday party. I had really good conversations at the birthday party of Nicolina, a friend of the family. There were also a lot of celebrations at work. For example, Sinterklaas. We had a Christmas dinner together. I again joined a Christmas play. On the 12th, it was my partner and I's anniversary. However, during that time I was sick, so we didn't really celebrate. When I was sick, I enjoyed watching the series Survival of the Thickest on Netflix. And another series that my partner and I watched together is The Wrong Side of the Tracks. My mother and grandmother and I visited a Christmas market in Haarlem. That was fun. I also made a video of that. If you haven't watched it yet, make sure you do. And then Gimli passed away. Like I said, I'm gonna dedicate a video to her. Closing that chapter is still a work in progress, but she was tired. She was done. I hope she's a light of energy somewhere. And it might sound really spiritual, but sometimes I get goosebumps thinking about her, and then I think, oh, that's her. Speaking of light, my friends Sharon and Is went to the Amsterdam Light Festival. We walked around and we saw different pieces of art, and that was mainly about phone usage and social media and the impact of that on humans. We also had a great dinner at Men Impossible in Amsterdam. Then I went to the Gambia for the second time. I went for a week. I wanted longer, but that was not possible with the flight back. But I had a lovely time there. I visited the very first African wedding. I enjoyed nature. I enjoyed family there. I enjoyed the sun, the beach. I went for a run even there. Another video I'm planning on creating about the second trip to Gambia. As well as I improved my Wolof a lot more. It's not perfect yet. The perfectionist in me wants to aim towards that, but I'm working on it, which is fun, and I want to share my growth about that with you too. So that was 2023. So I manifested goals for myself, and For example, traveling to the Gambia, to the US, and visiting festivals, that was something that I actually made happen. Reading books like De Wijsheid van de Heks, Daar waar de rivier kreeg te zingen, The Hate You Give, The Potatoes, De Winterroos, The Wilde Roos, Heksen, and I started reading the Wicca handbook. I also had some saving goals. I didn't make them. It's okay though. I thought it was possible to already move in a different house. That process also goes a little bit differently. But I'm glad that I have finished my Montessori degree to get my first level. I've been doing Wolof and French and introducing yoga, introducing meditation and journaling. Speaking of journaling, I have been using since July, which was a gift from one of the parents, a book, a 6-minute journal, and I definitely recommend it. It was such a great tool to actively consider what you're thankful for. Let's reflect. I found questions and I thought, why not share this with you? What is the most beautiful moment of the previous period, of the previous year? There are so many beautiful small moments of hanging out with friends and family, eating together, spending time with Gimli, spending time with my partner, going to parties. I feel like being thankful for all the small things makes it worthwhile. I'm just gonna say appreciation for small things, even though I just said a bunch of other things. How did you feel the past year? I felt a lot. I felt a lot of gratitude. I felt sadness and mourn. I felt love. I felt accomplishment. I also felt stress. That's something I would like to learn to cope with in a better way. What successes did you reach? I finished a degree. I started a workshop about behavior. I am in a loving relationship with friends, family, my partner. I visited the Gambia twice this year, which is awesome. Got to feel closer to my Gambian family. Another success is that I am spiritually growing. I think that's really valuable. What makes that was a success? The overall experience, growing as a person, evolving as a person. I think that's so worth it to just keep growing. What did you learn about yourself? I learned that it's really hard to let go and to, in difficult situations, look with logic and not just with ego and feelings. For example, when I think back about the health developments of Gimli, maybe I should have been more aware of saying goodbye to her earlier. But then it's always easier to say this after the fact. I learned to introduce myself into a culture and learn a new language and visit more like one of the locals, if I could say that, rather than a tourist. And that also has a lot to do with my loving partner, of course, because he has helped guide me with all the experiences in the Gambia. What moment did you feel most happy? I think in the Gambia. Don't get me wrong, life here is good too, and I'm thankful for my job, I'm thankful for my home, I'm thankful for Gimli. But I think in the Gambia I was so open for learning and for embracing the differences culturally and seeing the beauty in all the new things around me. And when I came back the second time, seeing the beauty in the things that I'd seen or remembered, or like roads that we driven on. I think in the Gambia. Who has surprised me the most or helped me the most? My partner. My family. What downfalls did you have and what did you learn from this? Losing my 18-year-old cat, and in this time of my life being the adult to make the decision, has taught me that when you experience the loss of a pet as a kid, your parents make the decisions, and now I had to make these decisions myself. What did you do well, and what are you proud of? I think I am managing my class well. I think I'm managing the education well. I think I'm managing financial situations well. I think I'm open to grow and to learn, and I want to continue doing that. Did you spend enough time on yourself this year? Yes and no. I've definitely been increasing the amount of me time and realizing that I need to rest, realizing that I can zone myself out through meditation, for example. However, I could have done it more, especially on days or periods of time where I felt stressed and was taking on too many things at once. What no are you most proud of? After I finished my Montessori degree, I was first thinking of continuing for the next level, but I said no to that. And I think that really helped my mind to ease a little bit, to not just keep going and going and going and going, but just take what I've learned and grow, but without adding something new. And I think that also had a lot to do with my coach that I have through work. She helped me a lot with making decisions and seeing things as I'm saying things out loud to her. I realize how crazy sometimes I sound. But yeah, that was a good no to say this past year. How do you want to feel this upcoming year? I want to feel thankful. I want to feel grateful. I want to feel loved. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel spiritual improvement. What are you hoping for? I'm hoping for peace all over the world. I am hoping for less pain. I'm hoping for less ridiculous actions by people that lead groups of people or countries. I'm hoping for more love, more light, accepting one another. Not just accepting, but respecting one another, valuing one another without thinking that they have to change, for example. That's what I hope for. I just got goosebumps. What things would you like to realize? I'm gonna get back into that when I talk about what I'm wanting to manifest for 2024. What processes would you like to optimize? I would like to optimize to deal with stress in a better way. So learn to stop, take a step back, meditate, relax. What would you like to say goodbye to? Stress. What things would you like to do more that you'll get energy from? I would like to spend more time with friends and family, doing fun things, work out, but be mindful about it, not just focused on whatever it makes the body look, but just more focus of workout, how it makes the body feel, as well as with food. How does it make the body feel? Because the body is such a great thing. What are you going to say yes to? Traveling, hanging out, opportunities to grow as a person in a mindful manner. I'm gonna say yes to a educational class about mindfulness, so that's good. More meditation. What are you going to say no to? To setting the bar too high at work, because I feel like that results into more stress, and that results into also taking it with me to my home place. At this moment in time, what is the most important for you? My loved ones, health, financial stability, opportunities to travel. That's more than one thing. What makes you happy? A good meal, the sun that's shining, cute animals, getting a hug, giving a hug, seeing joy in the kids' eyes in class, laughter. What do you get energy from? Good vibes, good people, nice times. What costs energy for you? Stress. How is your balance with work and private time? It's better than it's been before. I'm not working at home as much. Most of the time I'm not. Sometimes there's a little thing. It could be better, but I feel like it's also the job that makes me think about things a lot at home. So it's okay. Have you spent enough time with people that are really important for you? I think yes and no. I think yes, I've spent enough time with them because I have seen them throughout the year, but I think I also could have spent more time visiting them or seeing them, or maybe like have a little dinner date throughout the week. It's 2024, a new year. I have always made a list for myself with things I want to do, but I feel like a lot of the times it's been not so realistic, and I have to admit some of these goals are really out there. What am I manifesting towards? To start off, I want to learn to edit better with Sony Vegas. I want to creatively express myself better, and I know there's a lot more that I can do that I'm not aware of yet. I also want to learn more about owning a house, not just in the Netherlands, but my partner and I have been talking about owning a house in the Gambia or renting a house in the Gambia, and see what that can do for us. I would like to travel within Europe more, because I live in the Netherlands and it's a car drive or a train trip to visit other countries in Europe. And I feel like I should take advantage of that more than what I'm doing now. I want to visit a festival again. I want to join a running activity, probably a 10K, maybe a half marathon, but probably a 10K. I want to creatively express myself through video making, photo making, drawing, painting, and I want to keep growing spiritually through reading books, through writing, through drawing, etc. Read more books in general. I want to save money. I want to plan our wedding. I want to get married because we've been engaged for some time now. I want to reduce my footprint as a human being. And there's a lot of different actions and habits that come to play with that, but I think that's more for another video to get more into. The mindfulness education course I want to finish. I want to make music. I want to learn Wolof more, improve it. I want to improve my French more. Yoga, meditation, and journaling. Have that as something that is more present. I want to start a podcast with my friend Kelly. Stay tuned for that. I hope this year is gonna happen. We talked a bunch about it last year. And I would like to be more active on social media to where I post twice a month. And earlier I said I want to post a new video every week, but I thought in my manifesting goals that is something realistic. So those are some manifestations I am having for 2024. I hope that your year has come to a great start, and I wish you the best. Let's have a chat below whether or not you think New Year's resolutions / goals / manifestations are something for you or not. It's all good. There's not one right way to start a new year. And if you do want to share some of the things that is on your list, please let me know. I would like to know. I don't usually say this, but like this video if you want, subscribe if you want. You don't have to, you could. It's just that the YouTube algorithm, oh man, I really sound like a lot of people now. I'm just gonna skip that thing. If you enjoyed this video, lovely. Thank you so much for being here, spending your time with me today. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye bye. Happy New Year.